What's up, everybody? My name is JustJarrod. Welcome back to What's Out There Gaming, and welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. It's the first one in a long time, and I've got some things to talk about with you guys who still actually follow No Man's Sky, at least in a small bit. So, here we go. We're going to be talking about the No Man's Sky community, I guess, and the state of No Man's Sky as it sits right now. And I'm going to touch on some other things, some other reasons I'm actually making this video on in a bit later. So, with that being said, No Man's Sky, right now, the game, the studio, the community is literally in shambles. Definitely. It's definitely in shambles. You know, I would go out with saying that 90% of the original player base of No Man's Sky hates the game, probably. 10% of people who still play, that's basically a 10% of people that used to play. And that's probably where we're at for a while, until we get some sort of news or something out of Hello Games, because they've been silent for so long, which is probably what has destroyed their game and their community from the get-go, their silence. Now, a personal opinion, I love the game. You can say I'm a fanboy, whatever, but if you go back, way back in my videos, like way back when I started covering No Man's Sky, like 7 months ago or something like that, one of my first ever No Man's Sky videos was me explaining why I like the game. This was before we knew of like NPCs or any of that stuff. This was back when it was just an exploration game, and that was it. And that's basically what we got, was just an exploration game. Yes, there were some things missing, blah blah blah, but I said that is why I love the idea of No Man's Sky, and that is why I still do love No Man's Sky. No, I don't play it as much as I thought I would, but that's because there's other things out that I love to play, like Destiny and Battlefield, which are taking up a lot of my time right now. So, anyways, I still do love No Man's Sky. There are people out there who love No Man's Sky. A lot of the No Man's Sky YouTubers still play the game, and you know, it's kind of sad to see a lot of the community just totally just leave and just spread all their hate, you know, to other people, also to Hello Games. But I understand why. I don't think the hate needs to be so severe, but I do understand like everybody's opinion, like why. I know that there was a lot of things that were supposed to be in the game, or that was assumed to be in the game, but we're not going to get into that whole shebang of lying and whatever everybody else is saying that Sean actually did. We're just going to talk about, like I said, a lot of just the state of the game. So right now, yes, it's bad. The state of the game is bad. The state of the community is bad. There are still people who like the game, but when Sean and Hello Games come out with some kind of information on the next update, or you know what they've been doing or how they've been holding up, without their Twitter actually being hacked and telling us for them, I think it's going to be very, very hard for anybody who was turned off by No Man's Sky's initial launch. It's going to be super hard to grab any of that fan base back with an update, because of the silence that's been, you know, the silence that has been since the game is launched. So it's been freaking forever now, and they have said absolutely nothing, which is amazing, beyond belief. I don't think anybody who covered No Man's Sky thought that they would be silent for this long. I don't know if they think that somehow it's just going to be better when they release an update. I don't know if they actually care, to be honest, because I remember Sean saying, you know, months before launch that, yeah, their game is boring to some people, but they don't really care. They want to make a game that's fun to them, so I don't think they really give a shit, to be honest. But I know they care about the community, so I don't know why they're not really mentioning anything. But that's a whole nother topic in of itself. It's just going to be hard to grab anybody, you know, who has been turned off since the initial launch back. It's going to be hard to pull people back into the game just with an update. Yeah, I know they've been working on an update for months now, and I bet you this update is going to contain more than they said it would in the first week of launch. I bet you this update is going to contain all the stuff that's missing from the game right now, like the activation of portals and all that other stuff, freighters and being able to own freighters and huge space battles. I bet you this update is going to contain all of that, because I bet you they did not have enough time to actually make it, and Sony kind of, you know, pushed the game out the door a little bit. But you know, I've said my theory in a previous video a long time ago before I switched my channel over to not only cover No Man's Sky. So yeah, the community's pretty bad. The game base is pretty bad. I think there's like there were so many people playing it when it launched, and now there's like barely anybody playing it. I think I saw an image a few weeks ago on Steam where it had the people playing Spore and the people playing No Man's Sky, and there was only like 50 more people playing No Man's Sky than Spore, which is crazy. But one thing I do want to mention that is important to mention that a lot of people I don't think really understand is there's so much hate, so much criticism around No Man's Sky that whenever something happens about No Man's Sky, it's instantly in the news. It's super quick in the gaming news, on Polygon, on Kotaku. You know, there's people making videos about it, this and that. You know why? Because it is super popular. It's super popular with hate, and this is the YouTube year for hate is 2016. Hate and drama is what is YouTube this year, and so No Man's Sky has a lot of hate, a lot of criticism, a lot of drama. So when news drops about No Man's Sky, it's just crazy. Everybody's talking about it. Even when the Twitter was hacked, everybody was talking about it, making accusations, making theories about what's going on, why No Man's Sky said, you know, their game was a mistake, which I wouldn't actually doubt if they went on Twitter, if one of their members went on Twitter and said that No Man's Sky was a mistake. I know there was like some fake email that Sean sent, or who was supposed to be Sean, even though it wasn't, said that, you know, their studio was taking you know, a lot of pressure, and they were really down because of the community's reaction to the game, which if that was true, I wouldn't doubt, because I bet they're getting death threats up the wazoo still to this time. You know, the community is totally whack, but it is so popular and so hate-filled in its popularity. That's the only thing that drives its popularity. That's the only thing that drives this game, is the fact that so many people hate it and so many people have a strong opinion towards this game. So when an actual update does release, you're gonna hear about it, that's for sure. Everybody is gonna be trying it out. Since a lot of people didn't get a refund, I bet you a lot of people will be trying an update because it will be all over the interwebs. So many people are gonna be talking about it. No Man's Sky isn't going away anytime soon. That's for sure. I mean, it did kind of go away, obviously, for a second, or for a couple months, because nobody's talked about it. But still, within that time, if you type in Google, type in No Man's Sky news, there's still people talking about No Man's Sky and the letdown or the hope or whatever. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me. There is something I do want to say, though. Another reason I'm making this video, not to like spit on people who hate the game. I totally understand everybody's opinion, but I just think it's not going to go away soon. There's no way. The popularity and the hate-filled popularity is way too strong for No Man's Sky to disappear like any other game that didn't do well. So the whole other purpose of me making this was to let you guys know, everybody who has been here previously when I actually covered No Man's Sky, that I am still going to be talking about No Man's Sky. I still love the game. I still will do videos when updates arrive, still will do videos on news or rumors that come about, that, you know, are about No Man's Sky and different things that are supposedly coming to the game, or maybe what's the team up to. Maybe if we get any word from Sean anytime soon, I'll do a video on that. So I'm still very much covering the game. I still play it, you know, from time to time. Like I said, I'm playing a lot of Destiny and Battlefield. I mean, those are just awesome games. You can't deny it. Plus, with the new channel direction, which I hope you guys are actually enjoying. A lot of people who actually watch the videos from previous that were here previously, I hope you guys are enjoying the content and the videos. The videos that I make now take an awful long time to make. It's not a problem to me. I have fun making them, but it does take a long time. That's why the videos come out staggered every other day, because I can't really do one every single day. It would be me non-stop sitting at a computer, and that's not good for my health, even though, well, I do that a lot anyway. We're not going to talk about it. So that's it for this video. I've rambled on for way too long. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to keep up to date with No Man's Sky and other under-the-radar gaming titles that I will be covering here on What's Out There Gaming. My name has been JustJarrod. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Until next time, peace out.